Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my classic white loaf recipe. It's not very complicated. It does take a little while to make, as does every bread recipe, but it's super good. It makes the most fantastic loaf of bread. Anyways, we'll get cracking. So what I need first, and what you will need if you're going to make this, is 500 grams of strong white bread flour. I want 2 tablespoons of caster sugar, and then I want 1.5 teaspoons of fine sea salt. Just get that quick mix together there to mix the sugar and salt into the flour. It's best not to have the yeast and salt mixed directly together. And in with 1 sachet of yeast, and that's 7 grams to be very precise. Okay. Those dry ingredients sorted. Next, I want 50 grams of butter, to a measuring jar with that. I want 150 mils of boiling water from a kettle. When I say boiling water, I mean boiling water just from a boiled kettle. And on top of the bread that goes. And the reason I use boiling water is because it melts the butter, so it saves me having to go to the bother of melting the butter. And I have found that combining it with fridge cold milk gives me the perfect temperature for bread making. So I want 175 mils of fridge cold milk. So we'll just give our butter a couple of stirs in the hot water just to help it on its way with the melting. And that is my butter melted in with the milk. And that just makes it the perfect temperature, just the temperature that yeast likes. So the butter and milk into the flour, and a quick stir together. And that's it, just a brief mix together to combine the flour and wet ingredients. And then this just needs 8 to 10 minutes in a freestanding mixer with a dough hook attached, and let it whir away for those 8 to 10 minutes until it's smooth and soft in consistency. If you haven't got a mixer, you can of course knead this by hand, but why bother with all that work? Bread's had its time, so we'll just unhook this. Okay, we're going to just gather that up into a ball, and can you see how different the texture is of that, how spongy and bouncy it is? So all we need to do at this stage is to form it into a ball. So I have a shower cap here. I find it fantastic for bread making, so handy if you make bread in a lot. If, however, you don't have a shower cap, you could just cover the bowl with cling film, and we just want to sit this in a warm area for about depending on how warm your kitchen is, for anywhere from between an hour and an hour and a half until it is doubled in size. So my bread has doubled in size, and now I'm ready to knock it back. This is my absolute favourite part of bread making. Okay, so we just knock the air out of it and turn it out. If you need to, you can lightly flour your work surface. I, however, with the stainless steel, don't really need that. And I'm just going to form this into a sort of fat, clumpy rectangle. Okay, I have a greased and floured 2-pound loaf tin here. And now I'm just going to roll the dough up. With those ends underneath. And lay this into my loaf tin. And it might look at this moment like it's never going to fill that tin, but trust me, it will. So back on with our shower cap or some cling film, oiled a little, and this just needs to sit again for another hour and a half, depending on the temperature of your kitchen, just until it has doubled in size again. As easy as that. The bread has now had enough time under its covering, and it's ready for the oven. So I'm just going to brush it gently with a little beaten egg. This will give a lovely golden crust. If you prefer, you can just dust the top with some flour. So my bread's ready for the oven now. This just needs to go into a 180-degree oven. That would be 160-degree with the fan on, and it will take 35 minutes. And that's it, guys. My bread has cooled. I hope you'll give this recipe a go, and as always, I hope you've enjoyed the recipe and that you'll give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I'm going to cut into this now. Been waiting eagerly for it to cool down.